Oh, and now it's time for the Legal Minute with Paul Harding from Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti. You know, you see those commercials on TV all the time,
Oh,
right?
yeah, the three of them standing there?
The
Yeah.
heavy hitters.
Well, hit it again. Call 1-800-LAW-1010.
Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great. How
We're
are you?
doing really good. How about yourself?
Very good, very good.
All right, so first, I want you to set up what exactly happened with this person in Saratoga Springs getting pepper sprayed and roughed up by the police, and then we got a question for you.
I'll bet you do. So we've got a situation where Mr. Rupeka, he's driving around Saratoga Springs. He is purposely driving past police officers, and he's putting up his middle finger.
Oh.
Well, you do that enough, and eventually somebody, and they did, they stopped him, and within a very short time, he is pepper sprayed. He's brought down to the police department, and of course, he has this whole thing recorded. To fast forward the story, I mean, we find out that the officer who did this is let go. And, you know, from an attitude perspective, I mean, the guy's attitude is horrible. He did nothing wrong other than put up that middle finger.
Oh,
He's pepper sprayed. He's brought in. He has some medical issues. And now they've announced that there's a settlement,
Right.
The amount of which we don't know.
Translation, large sum of money paid by the city of Saratoga Springs.
Well, we don't know. I tried to take a look at, some of that stuff in the past and what they've paid. You look at the Wall Street protesters who were pepper sprayed. They were around that $40,000 to $50,000 mark. We'll see. Freedom of Information will release that amount, but of course its conduct is outrageous, and that's what provokes so much stimuli here on this topic.
The conduct of the officer or the conduct of the gentleman driving the car?
The conduct of the guy driving the car. I mean, I guess both, right? I mean, the police chief said something I thought was pretty neat. He said, it's not the police job to drive around delivering attitude adjustments to those citizens who unmistakably show signs of needing one, kind of a neat way to say it.
Right.
But the police can't just go in and pepper spray a guy because he put his middle finger up.
Okay, so he stopped the car
say,
and he pepper sprayed the guy sitting in the car. He didn't come after him. That's supposed to be for protection, right?
Yeah, within 30 seconds, too, the guy says, I'm not getting out of my car. He said, and he literally had his window down. So that part was egregious on the officer's part, but of course, police officers have such a difficult job, and this guy made it even more difficult.
That's what Mary and I were also wondering is, what kind of rights do police officers have to protect themselves with non-lethal force? I mean, obviously, they've got limitations.
Exactly.
Yeah, they do. This guy, undocumented it properly, showed no aggression physically towards these police officers. Had he got out of the car, had he rushed them, had he really made some sense, I'm coming after you, they'd be well within their rights. We wouldn't be having this discussion.
Right.
He was doing this by design. He has a website out there, and it's called Cop Block Website. So this is what he does. Drives around, tries to provoke altercations. It's his first settlement. So he's saying, wow, this is kind of working. But the general theme is to use his First Amendment rights by putting his middle finger up and see what they do.
Okay, dummy.
How do we stop people from doing that? Just
You
don't.
can't. They can do what they want. It's just a matter of, officers showing the proper restraint and not using the pepper spray when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, it really is. But everyone else who hears this story, including myself, you get a lot of energy and anger towards this guy.
Yeah.
But the police just need to somehow let it go. It feels wrong, but ultimately they can't use force like that unless they, as Mike said, unless they feel that they're being attacked.
Yeah, even though he deserved it.
Mike says.
I will leave that hanging, but I don't necessarily disagree with you.
Thank
someday
you.
he might need the help of a police officer. That's just so unfair.
That's right.
They'll be afraid to talk to him. He drives around with bumper stickers, I'm told, and they know his car.
Yep.
But they're going to be afraid to pull him over.
Yeah.
Even if he runs a red light, I swear they're going to get nervous.
Because of lawsuits and all that. Well, you know what? Good luck to him when he actually needs help. Hey, Paul, thank you for joining us again this week. Always a pleasure talking with you, brother.
Okay, thanks, guys.
There you go, Paul Harding from Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010.